You are listening to the Fitz and Healthy podcast. I am your host, Dr. Lauren Fitzgerald, also known as Lauren Fitz. I'm a medical doctor, a fitness instructor, an entrepreneur, a health and fitness coach, but most importantly, I am a lover of life. And here on the Fitz and Healthy podcast, I intend to give you a ton of great information and knowledge that will serve as potential power so that you can live a life by design and make it more fits and healthy. And don't forget to listen to the disclaimer at the end. I'm not your doctor, yo. All right, enjoy the episode. Much love. Ciao. YouTube, what's up? Fitz Friday QA Live. Well, yes, you see, it's just me. I know those of you that love to see Cinthany's face, you're sad. Hi, Facebook, what's up? It's Lauren. Happy Fitz Friday Q&A Live. So you'll notice that it's just my face today. Yes, there she is. Woohoo! She sent us a picture of her audio mixer, and she was like, "I'm ready because I might not be home in time to do Fitz Friday Q&A Live, so I'm going to be ready on the road." Well, what had happened was her battery life of her computer is 11%. And so she was like, okay, that's fine. I'm going to be on the phone. Well, it wouldn't let her log on the phone. So now she is on her soon-to-be sister-in-law's iPad, but she is here and looking beautiful and not stressed at all. And I don't even know if she can hear me. But those of you that are joining us, happy Friday. This is the first Friday in September. I cannot believe it's September. Like crazy town, right? So any of you that saw the post that I posted literally 10 minutes ago, you saw I said no pants Fitz Friday Q&A Live, right? And I'm sure that some of you got on like, wait, what? She's not going to be wearing pants, right? No. What had happened was I am wearing pants, but I was getting ready, and I thought that this would be a good topic to start talking about before we have questions, because I'm not sure, because we didn't have preemptive time to talk about questions that Cinthany got on board, because usually we meet 15 minutes before, but it's all good. We're good at improvising. So as I was getting ready for Fitz Friday Q&A Live, I realized that a lot of people don't understand how awesome it is to be able to do a job where literally you don't have to wear pants. Now, I'm wearing pants right now, but just looking at me from the waist up, I look like I have a cute outfit on, right? Well, I do from the waist up, but I've literally got like these old raggedy Lululemon shorts that are like maybe not 10 years old, but almost. And Cinthany headphone jack doesn't work, of course. Cinthany's challenged in every single aspect. It's all good, girl. So the whole point of the no pants is I wanted to reiterate how you just don't know what is behind the screen on social media, right? And Cinthany, Robert, if you'll tell Cinthany that she doesn't have to use the headphone jack, she can just talk to us live. It's all good. I don't know if she can hear us. We can see her beautiful face. Can they see her beautiful face? Yay, they can see her beautiful face. We just can't hear her because it's on the iPad and we can't hear her. No mic. It's all good. I mean, we kind of need her mic because she reads the questions. Painful. It's all good. That's the beautiful thing, is that we kind of roll with the punches. So worst case scenario, Robert can read some of the questions to us and we can hear his sexy voice, his sexy deep voice. Can they hear your voice?
They can hear me now.
Say hi, Robert.
Hello, everybody.
That's Robert.
Fitz Friday.
Yep. Okay. The whole idea of the no pants Fitz Friday is because you guys, you're in the same position as everyone, right? You only see what you can see on social media. So you can see me from the waist up. Now, here, I'll go ahead and show you my rackety, is that a word? I just made up a word. Can you see really. My shorts? Look at my shorts. See? They're like, you would never know that I wasn't wearing a total cute outfit, right? But that's the beautiful part of it. I love being a podcaster because I don't really have to wear pants. Oh, and I was showing off my thick thighs. I don't know if you guys saw my post yesterday, but shout out to my thick thigh girls. Y'all, I used to hate my thick thighs. Like, I remember I was a cheerleader and I was one there. I don't know. There was maybe 12 of us and there were only a couple of us that had the thick thigh syndrome. And I used to hate them. But now as a 37-year-old, I've learned to love them. And I loved all of the pictures that everyone posted yesterday of them loving their thick thighs. And some people saying that they're learning to love their thick thighs. It's a process. Oh, I heard some audio. Is that maybe Cinthany's audio coming in? Maybe? Yes, we can hear you. Woohoo! Yes, say it loud, say proud.
Oh, is so real right now.
I love it.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
it's all good. It's all good. But you know what's so great is that our fans that have been following us for the last 4 months, because it's officially 4 months today, right? Yes. And are we at 89,000 downloads yet? 89.3 thousand downloads. Okay. So first things first, we're going to have to start like a mission between now and your wedding because we want to hit 100,000 downloads, right?
Yeah.
So we got to come up
with the wedding present that I asked for.
There you go. There you go. Well, we have to get creative and figure out how we can get the 100,000 mark in the next 2 weeks. And I totally believe that we can do it. But the fact is that we're even close to 100,000. It's amazing in 4 months. And, you know, I was just listening to a podcast of Dave Asprey, Bulletproof Radio guy. His was one of the very first podcasts that I ever listened to. And I was listening to one of his older podcasts and it was back from like 2015, I believe. And he was celebrating 2 million downloads. And I'm like, you know what? Because he's been doing this a lot longer. So we're on the fast track, and I'm super proud of us. And we couldn't do it without all of the support because it's really, it's freaking awesome. So, okay. So Cinthany, you get questions ready, but I want to continue to talk about, because I don't know if you saw my post. I posted No Pants Fitz Friday QA live. Mm-hmm. And of course, since we didn't get to meet beforehand, you didn't get to understand the purpose of that post. It wasn't so I could show off my awesome shorts, but but the fact is, after being at the Fit Expo last weekend, like I got to see some fit celebrities, and it was so strange because these women were set up to sign autographs, and they're just Instagram famous, like you wanted to be. Which is kind of funny, but like they were so different in person, and you know, it's so easy to be fake online. And I just want the listeners to remember to, when you are starting to put your self-worth and your value on stuff that you see on Instagram or Facebook or wherever online, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself, like literally, because it's so easy to be fake. And I mean, right now, like if I didn't show you guys my whole outfit, you'd think, oh, she's kind of cute today, right? And then I show you my raggedy ass Lululemon shorts that literally are just for the house.
9 times out of 10, Lauren and I have super cute tops on and like gym shorts on
pretty much
on the other half. I usually have like slippers on, like fluffy pink slippers on.
Yep. So I can officially say that I've never podcasted in just my underwear, but but truly, like the below the waist is totally different than above the waist. I will tell you that for sure.
Yeah. Well, I like to be comfortable too, because typically when we record, it's a couple hours, and so it's business on the top and party on the bottom.
For real. No, but I was just telling Robert, it's actually like kind of warm here. And I live literally, like I can look out my window and see the ocean. It takes me about 15 minutes to walk to the ocean, but like being close to the ocean, it's usually cool here, and it's 88 degrees. And like, I'm hot. Like I've got the fan on me right now. So I literally, no pants for sure in this house right now. But, but anyway, I wanted to tell everyone, not next Friday, but the Friday after is a very special Fitz Friday Q&A live. And I still like, shout out to you, because the fact that you're taking time to do this the day before you get married is just awesome. And, so we're doing a live Fitz Friday Q&A from your wedding venue.
Yeah, we are. And the thing is I committed to going on this journey with you, not just when it's convenient.
True.
You know? So that's why you were the only person that I would do that for. I did a Fitz Friday live from my bachelorette party.
Yep.
Nola. For my wedding from the venue, because I directly after that recording, I have my rehearsal dinner. So
yeah, it's crazy. And I literally, so I land in Dallas at a little bit before 1. So we think that it's probably going to be best to do 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time instead of 3, just to make sure that we don't cut it too close. But we really would love for you guys to tune in live, because that's going to be a really special episode. And and we'll answer all sorts of questions that have to do with the wedding, and we'll get to see how beautiful you look before your rehearsal dinner. And I'm really, really excied about it. And I have officially bought my plane tickets, just so you know.
Oh, you have?
I bought them yesterday.
You texted me this morning saying that you knew what time you were coming in. I was like, oh, that means she bought her plane ticket. Y'all have to understand, I have planned enough trips with Lauren now that I'm very aware of the fact that she waits until like 3 weeks before she has to go somewhere to buy her plane ticket.
I do. I'm one of those kind of people that I just don't sweat the small stuff. And I think it's because I was an anesthesiologist for so long, so I know what things that I need to stress about, and the really not important things I don't stress about. And so yesterday I was like, I need to leave in 2 weeks, so I should probably buy my plane ticket. So I bought it, and it's all good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I just. On a serious note, I want to give a shout out to all of my Houston and South Texas friends and fans that are going through some really tough times right now. Whether you're a praying person or positive vibe person or both, we're sending them all to you. And actually, Robert and I both survived the 9.0 earthquake in Sendai back 2011, and that was it. We were without power for 3 days. Our coastline got hit big time. Robert's vehicle went in the ocean. Tragedy, like an inevitable part of life. But I have found that times that I have gone through tragedy, those times have made me stronger. So I'm just praying for love and strength for every single one of you. And really just focus on the fact, you know what, you're alive and you're healthy, and just take one day at a time. So just shout out to all of you guys, and this too shall pass. So okay.
I went off on a little rant today because I'm in Dallas. And so Dallas is starting to feel the effects of the hurricane by the fact that we have had some issues with getting gas. I'm not going to say that it's a gas shortage, because it is not. People are just like freaking out about it. Like, there's long lines everywhere. Like, people are just like in total apocalypse mode. And so I went on a little bit of a rant today, and I was like, you know what a real crisis is for the people that are in Houston that have lost everything. The fact that you have to go to 2 different gas stations to get gas is an inconvenience and not a crisis. And you need to be thankful for that.
Absolutely, for sure.
But definitely sending love to Houston. There's a lot of people that migrated down from Houston here to Dallas. No, it's okay. Here to Dallas, and it's probably going to be their new home for a while. They've been uprooted, so.
Yep, absolutely.
But all right, so we have a couple questions. Do we want to hop into it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and hop into the questions.
Okay, cool. So James Rivera said, in one of your latest episodes, you were talking about workout supplements, pros and cons. How do you feel about the performance line? Are you any you aren't in favor of? So I'm assuming the performance line that you're referring to is Beachbodies?
Probably so. That's the only one that I know that's called Performance Line. It's funny that you asked this, James, because I'm actually going to start a series on my Dr. Lauren Fitz page. And it's going to be a quick series, meaning that the videos are going to be quick, but I'm going to talk about different supplements and different extras that I add to my daily regimen, like adaptogens, like probiotics, like all different kinds of supplements, vitamins, minerals, and why I take it, or why I used to take some and I don't anymore, right? I am a fan of Performance Line. I drink the, I actually had my Energize out. The Energize, the pre-workout, I love it because that's one of the few pre-workouts that doesn't have crap ingredients. It has a bit of caffeine from the green tea extract, but it's not too much where it's overstimulating. It doesn't affect my heart rate, and there's not any stimulants that will cause a cardiac arrhythmia. And I don't know if you watched my live broadcast that I did just on my personal page. It was either Sunday or Monday, but I talked about stuff like HCG, hydroxycut, and other supplements. And I'm sure that that's probably what he was talking about. But what people don't realize is that a lot of those supplements have unsafe ingredients, and there is no regulation when it comes to supplements. So literally you can have, some people out of some, strange country that you've never even heard of and, put together some, powder from here, powder from there, market it and put it in a nice little pretty package, put the right price point on it, and have everyone buy it. And you don't know what you're getting. You don't know where it came from. If it was in a roach infested place, like there's no regulations. And, I'm not a huge fan of the FDA, but there are some good things that come out of the Federal Drug Administration, any supplements that I'm not in favor of, James, there's actually a lot that I'm not in favor of. In fact, most of them I'm not. And there are very few brands that I will actually buy supplements from. Most of you guys know that both Cinthanie and I drink Shakeology every day. I actually took a ton of supplements before Shakeology came into my life. I don't take a lot of those anymore, but I still do take supplements and vitamins every day. And I'm going to be talking about that on my Dr. Lauren Fitz page. And like, for instance, I'm going to start off with adaptogens because most people don't know what adaptogens are and why they should even consider taking them. And so my favorite one, just because I love saying the word, is ashwagandha. and that's just one of the many adaptogens. There's Schizandra, there's holy basil, there's a whole host of adaptogens, and that they're each good for different things. And so I'm going to talk about, so when I go on to my Dr. Lauren Fitz page, I'll just talk about one at a time. So I'll probably start with adaptogens, explaining what adaptogens are. And then the next episode will be, okay, ashwagandha is the first one. Where is it? Where can you find it? What's it good for? What's it not good for? Who shouldn't have it? And what are some of the makers that make it? And most of you guys, well, I don't know. I'm not assuming. I shouldn't assume. Most of you guys know, though, that are Beachbody people. Ashwagandha is one of the adaptogens in Shakeology. So that's one of the ones that I used to take that I don't take anymore. So hopefully that answers your question. The other Performance Line products I own, but I don't drink every day. Like, they've got a really good post-workout recovery. The chocolate is my favorite, probably. The orange is my, you have to like the orange creamsicle flavor, and I have to be in the mood for it. I can't do that every day. But the creatine is actually, a good product that a lot of people that weight train use on a regular basis. And then the hydrate from Performance Line, it's basically like, the way I describe it, it's a healthy Gatorade. It's without all of the crap ingredients that Gatorade has. Gatorade or Gatorade like products. So
sports drinks.
Exactly. Because a lot of the sport drinks have tons of sugar in it. All right, so hopefully that answers your question, James. Thanks for a good question, though.
So Ray wants to ask you a question.
Okay.
My husband heard that eggs were bad for you because they have excessive arsenic in them. You guys always say to eat the whole egg, so I'm pretty sure they are safe. Can you help settle this? Do I have to get rid of my backyard chickens?
No. I've honestly, I've never heard of arsenic being in eggs before.
Me either.
I can't imagine that if eggs were typically found with arsenic, that it would be able to be sold in grocery stores. And then if you have your own chickens, that's even a safer bet, because you are in control of what they're eating. You're in control of the soil they're on. So I eat eggs almost every day. So But I've never heard arsenic, and I wouldn't always question the source where, because that almost sounds like something that, some internet person that likes to just create news created.
There are a lot of blogs that are satire blogs that people take as credible sources.
Yep.
Not realizing how they're written, and so of course, like Lauren said, fact check. And I think if they're coming from your chickens, that's even better because like Lauren said, you have control over what they're being fed, what kind of environment they're in, how they're taken care of. So
absolutely.
I think you good, girl.
And
we're going to be on your side on this one.
Can I just tell you my favorite thing right now? So I still use this in my shakes, but I've been just drinking my chia seed water, like literally. So this is my iHeart Hip Hop water bottle. It's 18 ounces. I'll put filtered water. I'll put a tablespoon of chia seeds, let it soak for, an hour or two. And then I'll put a little bit of vanilla stevia in it. And it's so good. It's got this gelatinous taste. There's a lot of health benefits to chia. There's protein, there's omega-3 fatty acids. There's fiber. So there's a whole bunch of good reasons why chia seeds should be part of your daily routine, or it's not daily, regular, somewhat regular routine, but that's what I'm drinking right now. Trying to stay cool in this 88 degree Southern California weather.
Oh, boo-hoo, girl.
Right?
I'm in Texas where it's way hotter. It's actually gorgeous today, and it's about 80 degrees, and it's so nice.
Nice.
Compared to the usual 97 to 102.
Yeah, that's typically this time of year, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so what's our next question?
Kathy wants to know, she says, hello from Arizona. Have you thought about franchising, giving Zumba some competition?
No. Okay. Where's my can of worms that I can open up right now?
Yeah.
So one thing that y'all have to realize is that you have to tread lightly when it comes to big corporations. Because big corporations, it's all about money. And Zumba is no different than any other big corporation. They're all about making their money. I quit paying Zumba fees, even though I never actually officially taught Zumba. I never called my class Zumba. The only reason I got Zumba certified was because I thought that my partner in crime in Japan was going to get deployed. And to keep a name Zumba to a class, one of us has to be certified. That's the only reason I got it, because I was doing my own thing before. That being said, I stopped paying my dues because the product, in my opinion, that they give is not worthy of $30 a month. That's just my opinion. But there's going to be some people that are Zumba crazy people that are going to hear this and they're going to stop following me.
People find value in different things.
True. For my Zumba instructors out there, I will challenge you to think outside of the box and truly, what is your purpose for doing it? Because I know more Zumba instructors than not that actually come out negative financially every month with the money that they pay dues, gas money, all the money they spend on Zumba clothing. And that's what Zumba wants. Zumba wants lots of your money.
It's a brand. It's a lifestyle.
As far as franchising Club Fitz, I don't know if that's what I want to do because I love dance fitness, but my real passion is helping inspire people to be better. And I do that through my words. And dancing and dance fitness is a tool that I use to do that. But my bigger purpose is to empower people. And I think that I can create more of an impact on this world by using my words, my presence, and having dance fitness be a part of that. And that's why coaching is perfect for me because it allows me to do it all. And so, yes, I've thought about franchising Club Fitz, but at the end of the day, if I'm not fulfilling my purpose, then I'm missing out on a lot of good. And this way I'm able to, I will always love to dance, guys. I will always. And my ego doesn't make me need to be the number one in dance fitness because in some people's eyes I am, and in other people's eyes I'm painful. And I don't really care because I'm doing what I love. And so thank you, Kathy, for that question. I do appreciate that. But I do challenge all of my dance fitness instructors out there to really, take a good look at what you're paying for. And if it's not worth it, then why are you paying it? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And I'll close that can of worms right now.
So Isabel wants to know, she said, how long should I wait to work out after an ankle fracture?
Oh, so that's going to be talk to your surgeon.
I'm not your doctor.
Yeah, I'm not your doctor.
I'm your doctor.
Exactly. Yep. Y'all got to listen to the disclaimer at the end.
To the disclaimer.
Yeah. No. I'll tell you right now. I actually typically doctors make some of the worst patients. I will say that I have to pat myself on the back because after I had knee surgery, I was a really good patient. I did everything that my doctor asked me to do. I killed it with physical therapy. In fact, shout out to Charles Loftus. You guys, Excel Performance, XCEL. Y'all got to look him up. He's awesome. He works with the OKC Thunder. He actually has talked to Golden State. He's going to talk to the Celtics. Find him on Instagram, Snap. He's awesome. The dude had a huge part in me getting back as soon as I did, because typically an ACL recovery is long and arduous. And not to say mine wasn't, but having the proper post-op care with really good physical therapists is a game changer. So shout out to Charles. Love you. Ask your surgeon, ask your physical therapist. Next. And get well soon, Isabel. Oh, and I see James asked, how much chia seed do I put in it? I put 1 tablespoon in this 18 to 20 ounce water bottle. And that's plenty. I started off with 2 tablespoons and it was like 2 gelatinous. So yeah. Okay.
Speaking of that again, Lindsay wants to know, she said, aren't chia seeds considered a grain?
They're seeds.
They're seeds.
Yes.
Okay.
They're seeds.
All right. Okay, so Tammy wants to know, she said, how many cups of coffee do you both drink daily? I've been fasting and the coffee caffeine has been hurting my tummy. I think it might be due to caffeine. Thoughts?
So go ahead.
I gave up caffeine, or I gave up coffee for this exact reason, because I was starting to feel upset stomach as soon as I would drink it. And I just had felt better without it. So I actually stopped drinking coffee because of that. So I'd love to hear what your thought is on that, actually.
I mean, the thing that I hate when people tell me is that, well, I think it could be this. So they change like 3 different things. Look, the only way, Tammy, that you're going to know is if you cut that one thing out and try it for a few weeks. That's the only way. And yes,
that's exactly what I did.
If you are used to drinking caffeine every day, I wouldn't recommend just cutting it all out at once, because you will have headache and you will withdraw from it. Just like when people cut out sugar, they go through a withdrawal stage, because both are drugs. They're both legal drugs, but they're both drugs. And when you just abruptly halt them, you will have side effects. And so, if you drink 2 cups of coffee a day, start off by going to 1 cup of coffee and do that for 2 or 3 days. And then go to half decaf, half regular, and then go to, half a cup, and then black tea, and then green tea. And, you can cut that down in a matter of 7 days without having too many symptoms. But there's a lot of people that don't realize that they have a genetic propensity to be slow metabolizers of caffeine. And so, I'll have people be like, all I drink is a cup of coffee in the morning, but my sleep, I still have issues with sleeping. But they don't make the connection that it could be that coffee that they're having at 6 a.m. in the morning, even though it's 15 hours later. But if you metabolize caffeine slowly, then it's going to affect you. And the caffeine, especially from coffee does what's called, it loosens the lower esophageal sphincter, LES. So that's basically the muscle at the bottom of the esophagus that keeps everything in the stomach from coming back up into the esophagus, right? And so there are certain things that loosen that lower esophageal sphincter in the lower part of the esophagus. Caffeine is one of them. Coffee is one of them. Chocolate is one of them. There's a whole host of things. And so anyone that has, symptoms of acid reflux, the first thing that I would tell them to do is cut out those things that we know loosen that lower esophageal sphincter. And so that's where I would go, Tammy.
Interesting. Yeah, don't do it. I literally just quit coffee.
I bet. Did you have a terrible headache for a few days?
I honestly don't remember. I don't remember if I did or not. Nothing stands out to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Kim wants to know, she said, how does Shakeology gather all the dense nutrition and turn it into powder form? Where do they get all of their products from? Curious on how they process their ingredients and how it's actually made. Ooh, I love this question.
Answer it and then I'll add to it because I love this question too. It makes me happy.
So the ingredients, if you've ever picked up a bag of Shakeology and read it, you will notice that it doesn't say extract of anything because there is no extract. It's the whole entire plant or fruit or whatever it is. It's actually freeze dried and then ground into a powder. So it's not just an extract. It's all the nutrients from the plant or source itself,
i.e. a whole food product.
Yes. Yeah.
And also the process that they go through, they never heat anything over, I believe it's 115 degrees. So it's actually not only considered a whole food, but it's also considered a raw food. So this is why, and I was just talking about this just the other day. I just assumed that Beachbody was just like every other fitness company. Yeah. And just cut corners to make a buck. But when I realized that they have the same standards that I do when it comes to ingredients, I was like, all right. And I mean, I drink that stuff every single day, and I cannot emphasize enough, it's not for the protein. Yes, there's some protein in it, but I don't drink it as a protein shake. I drink it to get all of those micronutrients that I'm not getting from eating a really healthy whole foods based diet. So, and that's one of the reasons that I'm going to do that series on my Dr. Lauren Fitz Facebook page. I'm going to talk about all, different ingredients and a lot of the ingredients are in Shakeology. So yeah. All right, next question. We got a few more.
Packs a punch.
Uh-oh, yeah.
We love it and use it for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Crystal, she said, I know you say getting sunshine is super good for you, vitamin D and all. I had a basal cell carcinoma removed last year and have fair skin, so it makes me nervous to go out during the middle of the day without sunscreen. How much sun exposure do you need for it to be helpful?
Do 20 to 30 minutes a day, first thing in the morning, like 9 a.m.-ish. So you're not at the peak time of sun exposure, but you're getting your vitamin D first thing in the morning. You're getting fresh air. You're getting out in nature. You're also helping your circadian rhythms because in nature, we're supposed to be exposed to the sun during the day and at nighttime, not exposed to light. And so that has to do with your melatonin release and prohibition. Inhibition. Yeah, prohibition. I promise this is just chia seed water.
Is that so?
Right? You know what I mean.
The kombucha drink is a little too strong.
Right. So 20 to 30 minutes, like 9 a.m. If you are in a 9-to-5 job, take that time, even 15 minutes going outside, just getting some natural sunlight and getting as much, don't put on, like there's this one Asian chick who literally every time I walk my dog's morning time, I always see her running. She's running at like a slower pace than I walk, but she's got literally like there is not an ounce of skin that is exposed to the sun because, here in Newport Beach, everyone is like, whew.
Tan and crispy.
So she doesn't want any vitamin D apparently, but yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do, Crystal.
So Jennifer, she said, I was told I have degenerative disc disease. Do I need to give up my boot camp class and weightlifting?
Okay. So Jennifer, I'm not your doctor and I'm not giving you medical advice, but if you were my sister, I would be like, okay, sister, let's sit down and look at your nutrition. A good person that you should hear his story is Sean Stevenson, who we will be interviewing. His health and fitness podcast is probably number one, if not top 3 all the time, the Model Health Show. And if you go and find an episode where he talks about his story, he was actually diagnosed with degenerative disc disorder when he was in his young, like either early 20s or late teens. And it had everything to do with the standard American diet. And I'm hoping if you teach boot camp and you're weight training, you're eating a healthy diet. But I've learned to not assume because I was doing that. I wasn't teaching boot camp, but I was taking boot camp and I was teaching Club Fitz, which is hardcore and weight training. And I thought I was eating a healthy diet. And in fact, I realized it might have been healthier than a lot of people, but it still wasn't healthy. And it wasn't until I started really learning about nutrition to see what my body really needs. So Jennifer, that would be the first thing that I would say is let's look at your nutrition. And if you want to inbox me and get some personal coaching, I would love to. That's what I live for. So I don't think that you'll need to give it up, but I'm not your medical doctor. So
yeah,
just playing.
I'm a doctor, but I'm not your doctor.
Exactly. All right.
Disclaimer.
Right. Okay. We have time for a few more questions.
All right. So we got one more.
Okay.
Tammy says, hi, lovelies, stretch marks, cellulite, and varicose veins. What is the best treatment?
That's a great question.
Question of the hour.
Yep. Okay. So there's a few things, and I haven't personally seen with my own eyes these work, but I've read multiple articles about them, and so I will tell you what I know has some sort of science behind it, but I can't say that I 100% believe in it, because there is definitely a genetic component. So if your mom had cellulite, more than likely you're going to have it too. And I've seen thin girls, I've seen big girls, I've seen, athletic girls, like all sizes, and not just females, males have it too. But of course, we females are a little bit harder on ourselves when it comes to cellulite. And, I think a lot of us don't embrace it. I mean, I've got thick thighs. Do I have cellulite on my thighs? Yeah. But I love my thighs and I'm proud of them. And, but so a few different things: diet, staying hydrated, bone broth, is potentially, helps decrease cellulite. And it probably has something to do with the hydration and the collagen in it. There's stuff that, like the vibratory plate, major gyms, you can get on the Vibe plate. I actually have one. It's from Bulletproof. But it basically, shaking the lymphatics basically shakes everything and loosens that connective tissue that causes cellulite. I don't know. I mean, I don't use my Vibe plate for that reason. I could do an experiment. We should do that. We should do an online. Hey, perfect. I come up with brilliant ideas, don't I? We're going to monitor cellulite on Lauren's leg from the Vibe plate. Yeah.
And I have it too, so I'm down. Let's do it.
There we go. Okay. Sweet. Let's do it. So the foam roller, I'm going to show you those people that are going to be listening to this next week when it's uploaded. You're just going to have to look on the YouTube channel. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. So see this right here? Do you see this? This is like foam roller on steroids.
Yeah.
This is called the Rumble Roller. I got it on Amazon. I got it after, because if you just buy like a cheap foam roller at, wherever, Walmart or TJ Maxx or wherever, like, it's okay. And then you go to that next level that has the little indentures in it, and you're like, okay, that's better than the other one, but I'm still not getting what I need, right? Yeah. And so then I bought literally a PVC pipe, because that can get really deep into the soft tissue. Okay. But this is the ultimate. And I am telling you. And so foam rolling and basically breaking up that soft tissue that's right underneath the skin level, has been shown to help cellulite. Again, that's not why I use this. I use it because, I do a lot of lower body workouts, and foam rolling my IT band and my glutes. It's just a part of my daily, not daily. I try and make it daily. And then, stuff like jump rope. My friend Tana, who was a professional Tahitian dancer, she would literally go to Tahiti once a year, and she's like #1 in the world for a while. Like, she's awesome. Shout out to Tana. Awesome. Love you, girl. I actually did my first Tahitian dance class with her a few Wednesdays ago, and like, you move, you can't see because it's below the waist, but you move your hips so much. And she told me, she was like, yeah, when I was regularly doing that, I had no cellulite. So that kind of goes with the theory of,
it makes sense.
Shaking on a regular basis.
So if I twerk a lot, is that going to help my cellulite?
Girl, I totally thought of you last week, because at the Fit Expo, there was a twerk class, and I totally thought of you. I'm like, oh,
I would have totally taken that class.
You would have. It was pretty awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So I thought of you. You and your twerking booty. For those of you that don't know, the first time that I met Cinthanie, we were all taking a vacation together. It was a bunch of us coaches, and we were on a cruise. And they started playing music, and all of a sudden, this white girl starts bouncing her booty like she knows what she's doing. I'm like, who is this?
Lauren and I bonded over twerking.
We did. I'm like, I like you. You could be my little sister.
That's so sweet. How did you guys meet? Well, what happened was...
yeah, right? Twerking brought us together. All right. Do we have any more questions before we let them go?
We're good to go.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for spending this Friday with us. Mark your calendars because it's not next Friday, but the Friday after that is the special wedding Fitz Friday Q&A live. You do not want to miss it. And make sure, you guys, if you could help us out for real, we would love to hit 100,000 downloads in the next 2 weeks before Cynthanie's wedding. That's only literally a little over 10,000 more downloads. So if you could help us out by sharing the podcast, if you haven't already gone to subscribe, go subscribe, download all of the episodes. Even if you can't listen to them right now, you can listen to them later, but every single download counts towards that number. And the best thing that you could do for us is leave a review. And it does take a few minutes. You have to go actually search for the Fitz and Healthy podcast. And it's the middle tab that says reviews. It takes about 5 minutes to leave a review. So we appreciate you taking the time to do that, because the more reviews that are left, the more likely that people will be able to search and find us. And ultimately, we want the knowledge to be potential power for everyone, not just Club Fitz fans.
If you find value in this message, other people will too. And by leaving us a review and giving us downloads, that gives us a bigger platform to let other people hear exactly what it is that you need to hear.
Absolutely. So Cinthanie, give them the message for this beautiful Fitz Friday.
You are a good person and you deserve good things to happen to you.
Amen. Hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Happy Labor Day. And don't do anything stupid that we wouldn't do. Bye. Make sure that you find us on social media. You can find Cinthanie on Instagram and Facebook at Cinthanie. So that's CINTHANIE. And on Snapchat at Cinthanie P. And find me on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Club Fitz Fitness. Remember, that's FITZ Fitness. And on Snapchat, just at Club Fitz. I appreciate your time listening so much. If you enjoyed this episode of the Fitz and Healthy podcast, can you please go do me a favor and go subscribe at whatever platform that it is that you listen to podcasts. Leave a review. We read every single review, and we appreciate the time that you take to leave your thoughts and opinions. Now, also remember, while I am a medical doctor, the information I provide here is not intended to provide medical advice or a professional diagnosis, opinion, treatment, or services to you or to any other individual. I am providing general information for educational and informational purposes only, and it is not a substitute for medical or professional care. You should not use this information in place of a visit, call, consultation, or the advice of your physician or other healthcare provider. The information I share is not intended to treat, cure, or diagnose any disease or medical condition. If you believe you have a medical emergency, just call 911 immediately or your physician. Now, enough of that medical legal jargon. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I appreciate your time. Now, go live a Fitz and healthy life.